Hello guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to be taking this old dresser and we are going to be revamping it into something more love for lifestyle. So let's jump right into this video. Look how dirty that water is. Ew. But the dresser is all clean. Now it's time to wipe out the soap off of it. But that water was dirty. You see this stuff right here, like in this black part? It's like it's hard to come out. That should be good on that. So I'm taking my 60 grit paper, and I'm removing this layer of wood off, but it has like this, I don't know what this is or what I'm gonna put on it, but it's really, really hard to get on. So I'm gonna start off with the sander, and the sander is not even taking it off. So I'm gonna start off with this, and then I'm gonna do this. So now we like this a little bit. Now I'm gonna just go with the 60 grit paper. Okay, so I am done sanding the 4 drawers. So as you've seen in one of the clips that there was like this, I don't know if it's a shellac, I don't know if it was a poly something, I don't know what it was, but it was covered in the dresser like they put a coating on it to protect it or something, but it ended up, kind of looked like alligator skin on top, I don't know. But it was very hard to sand off. I probably should have used some type of liquid, whatever they have for wood, to strip it. But I don't know what that is. So you can let me know in the comments what that stuff is that strips like the wood, a coating of the wood finish off of the furniture. But for now, I just sanded it down with my sander, which it was still hard to sand it down with the sander. Sanded it down with my sander, and then I did a 60 grit sandpaper, and then I did it by hand, and I just put a little elbow grease in it, and just sanded those parts until that wax or whatever that was on the top layer of the wood was on there, and then I just sanded it back. So I'm going to show you guys the 4 drawers, and now I just have the base of the dresser to do, which I'm going to bring up from the basement outside. One tip, I will never ever sand in a house ever again because it's so much faster. The cleanup is faster. I don't have to worry about dust getting everywhere. So from now on, I'm going to sand outside. Hopefully the weather, I'll get weather like it is today. I think it's about 40 something degrees, not too cold out here. But I was able to get the 4 drawers done, sanded, and then I'm going to do the base of the dresser. That's going to be kind of hard to bring outside, but I'm going to try my best. But I'm going to show you guys what the dresser drawers look like now. Okay, so here's how the dresser drawers look now. There is some spots, I'm just trying to see if I can find some, but there is some spots like right here. If I zoom up, it kind of looks, it's like still kind of bumpy here, so I'm gonna have to sand this back some more. But this is what it looks like, but it was way worse than that. I'll show you on another piece that I find if it's on a dresser drawer. But this is the 4 pieces sanded. I have some spots in here that I'm gonna have to fill with wood filler, some spots right here. I'm probably just gonna cover the whole top of the dresser drawer with wood filler and then scrape it off, so that way I could just make sure I'm getting a smooth finish. This is my second project that I'm gonna flip. I'm kind of sad that my first project, the pink dresser that I did, is still on Facebook Marketplace. It still hasn't sold, but I'm being patient. And I'm just gonna work on my next piece. So instead of sanding the dresser outside, the base of the dresser outside, I'm actually gonna sand it in the inside, because it is kind of heavy to take up the basement steps, to take in the yard. One second. To take in the yard and then bring back down the basement steps. I mean, it's a little piece, but it's kind of heavy. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna not use the machine sander. I'm just gonna use my hand sandpaper in my hands, and I'm gonna just try to sand back as much as that whatever coating was on the top, and do the best that I can. Okay, so here's what I was talking about, like the cracks. And it's not in the wood. The cracks are not in the wood. The cracks are actually in whatever this coating is. And I sanded this back with an 80 grit, and that still wasn't enough. So I'm gonna use a 60 grit sander, and I'm gonna sand the whole dresser down, and just hopefully, I pray that I'm able, it's not too tough to get that off. So I wanna share with you guys that sanding is I like sanding, but when it gets like this, when I have to sand by hand, it's not my favorite part. So, and I did decide that I'm gonna paint the back of it too, only because, I mean, I still don't know. Should I paint the back of it? I don't know if I should or not, but I think I should, because it's a little piece. So I was thinking like maybe I should just paint the back of the dresser too. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, painting the back won't be that much work because it's a small piece. But if it was a big dresser, I would not paint the back. So I'm gonna get into sanding the top, and then I'll show you guys the finished results. I'm sorry that I'm not showing you the full process as I did. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm not showing you the full process as I did it before with recording, so you can see the whole process of me sanding and everything I'm doing. But I ran out of storage on my phone. I have to clean my phone out between this week and this weekend, probably more like this weekend. And I don't have my tripod set up, so I'm just gonna show you guys little clips like this, and I'll put it together and make a video like that, because and then the next project I'll be more in depth of what I'm doing. All right guys, so I will be back and let you guys know how it turned out after I sanded. All right, thanks, bye-bye. Okay, so we are all sanded down, and now I'm just gonna give the dresser a wipe down with some with a cloth, as you see on top, and I'm gonna wet it with some water, wring it out, and then I'm just gonna wipe all the dust down, and then I'm gonna clean up my area, so I won't be tracking dirt all through the basement. But so yeah, so this is how it looks sanded. I'm gonna get the drawers from outside, and then I'm just gonna give it a wipe down and get all the dust off, so then we can wood fill, and then after the wood filler dries, then we'll prime. Okay, so all my drawers and dresser is sanded down, ready to be wood filled. Certain little little dents and stuff in there is ready to be filled with wood filler. So I'm gonna do that a little bit later. That sanding really took a lot out of me. It took me, I wanna say, about 2.5 hours to 2 hours and 45 minutes to sand everything down, just because it was a lot of whatever kind of coating was on there. It was a lot of it. The next time I will try to use something else if I get a furniture piece that has a coating like that somebody put on. I don't even know what it was, but I want to just let you guys know I'm done. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go upstairs and eat some lunch, and then maybe later on this evening or afternoon, I'm not sure. They have it wrapped really tight. Let's see.
I look like a little spinner.
Ooh, look at this paint color. I'm excited. This paint color is everything. This is the Melange Artistian Mineral Paints, and this is in the color Bikini Pink. So what we're going to do today, we are going to be filling the spots in the wood that need some wood filler. I'm just going to run my hands across every part of the dresser to see what parts actually need wood filler. And I'm going to be using my color changing wood filler that I used in the last video when I revamped that dresser. And I'm going to try to use this joint knife. I actually need a smaller one, but for now, between this and using my fingers, I will fill each spot that needs to be filled. I probably end up putting a layer of wood filler just over this whole thing, so just so I know it's definitely going to be smooth. And then there's some spots on the dressers that has some gashes in it. I'll probably cover that completely, and I'm going to fill it with wood filler, and then I'm going to sand it down, and then we'll get to one of my favorite parts, which is priming. Okay, so my wood filler is on. I kind of probably used way more than I needed, but it was a lot of nicks and knacks and scratches in this piece, furniture piece. So I just wanted to make sure that it comes out as flawless as I possibly can get it. So I actually fill all those little nicks and knacks and those little scratches that was in the drawers and the base of the dresser. So I didn't have to do really anything on the sides, on the bottom. I did a little on the front. I ended up using my fingers instead of my spatula. To me, it just works better in smoothing it out. So I'm gonna let this dry probably for about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sand everything down and smooth it out. And then tonight, I'm hoping that I can get some primer on this. And then tomorrow I can do the second coat of primer, and then we can start in on our paint. Okay, that's it. So my dresser is all primed and it is ready for some paint. Probably didn't need to prime it this good, but can't be too much primer. So we are ready for some paint. Yay! I can't wait to get to this part. Okay, this wouldn't be a love for life moment if there was no story time. So story time. As I paint, I am kind of learning with the quietness and hearing the strokes of the brush as I paint. I am learning some things about myself, and I think this is a way for me to grow through some things within myself. So one thing I noticed is that during this process that I procrastinate a lot. Now, I've been always procrastinating a lot. This didn't just happen with painting, but this project has taken me longer than it should because of a fear of me messing up. So I've put it off and put it off, even down to something simple as this little can of paint. Because this is a new paint that I'm using and you had to add a little water. Now this may sound silly to some people because I had to add a little water to it, or you can take a spray bottle and spray the item you're painting as you go just to water the paint down. And I wasn't sure about the color. So because of those two things, I put it off and put it off. I primed the dresser, but I waited days and days, and I could have been done this project, but there was a little fear that was creeping up because I thought, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? Oh my gosh, what if I didn't choose the right color? Oh my gosh, I've never added water to paint before. What if I make it too thin? What if, so it was all these things that kept coming up in my head of why, even down to this video, I'm like, I want to share my journey with this, of like, I finally put the paint on it and it looks great. And this is only the first coat. So I come on to say, because I want to be real with you guys, I want to show you that Love for Life, we're like, I'm jumping into this new venture of furniture making, and some people might be looking like, wait, where's the fashion? The fashion is here, it's still here. The fashion is on the other side of the room and the furniture is on one side of the room. So just in case you're watching this video, I just wanted to share, well, when you watch this video, I wanted to give you a quick, like, as I'm doing these projects, I want to just show you the real feelings that and emotions that are going on inside of me as I do these projects. And the day after day, as I do them, I'm like overcoming things. Even as I'm painting, I'm down here, everybody's asleep. The light, I mean, not the lights, there's no sound going on. I don't have my phone in my hand other than me recording. I don't even have the music on tonight, but like just hearing the brush, the sound of the brush, like hitting the dresser and the paint going across is like very therapeutic to me. And those who are artists or those who paint or love doing like stuff like this, they will know exactly what I'm talking about. But I basically just came on to kind of encourage you guys that sometimes you just have to jump in and do it, even if you don't know what the outcome, even if this paint color looked horrible. The thing is that I tried it. Even if I messed up and I don't know what I'm doing, every step that I'm taking to revamp this dresser, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm doing something that I've never done before. I'm doing something that I've always wanted to do, and I've made so many excuses of why I wasn't ready to flip furniture. Oh, I don't have the space. Oh, it's too cold outside, and I have to paint outside, and I don't have the right paint. I don't know how to do this. I need to watch this and that. And all it took was me like YouTubing some videos, watching the furniture flipping teacher. Shout out to Lauren, because she's a great furniture flipping teacher if she ever sees this video. But if not, I gotta give her props, because she is great at what she do, and it encouraged me to say, hey, you know what, you can do the same thing. Don't be scared. It's okay that you don't know, and it's okay that you will make mistakes, and I still will make mistakes. But the thing is, I want to take someone else's trash and I want to turn it into another person's treasure, because I want to take something that's not as beautiful as people may see, and I want to turn it into something that's unique, that's beautiful for someone to have in their home. So not only do I do this with fashion, I want to do it with furniture too. So this is where how Love for Life fashion furniture is being birthed, because it's just me, a woman who's like, you know what, I want to do that. I want to try that. Instead of me being on Pinterest saving a bunch of dressers and decors and stuff like that, it's like, hey, you can do this, do it, and you don't know where it might lead. So I just want to come on and let you guys see my progress so far. I am loving this color, and I can't wait to show you guys what this is gonna look like in the end. But I'm not sure where I'll share this video. I'm gonna make it a part of the revamp video that I'll add on my YouTube. So if you're not following me, I mean, there's always things changing at Love for Life. I am always trying to do something new, not on purpose. It's just that I have a lot inside of me that I need to just freely and allow what I love to do to come freely with no manual, just the wisdom through the Holy Spirit directing me, and me being obedient to just So take us one step every day. So I want to say thank you for those who are watching, listening, and keeping up with Love for Life in my journey, our journey. And I was about to say, in the name of Jesus. So in the name of Jesus, thank you. So thanks guys for watching this video, and I just wanted to share like what I'm doing and the emotions that I am feeling, and as I paint through these emotions or create through these emotions, it is allowing me to see things within myself that I want to change, and it's allowing me to see things that I'm like, hey, I do this because I procrastinate, because I might be fearful that this won't be what it is in my heart. But if I just learn to trust God in these moments and just continue to do what I love to do, then why won't it succeed? And if it doesn't succeed, I'll be succeeding anyway, because I'm trying something new, because I'm doing something that I love to do. So thanks guys for listening. Thanks for chatting with Cece as I finish this furniture piece. So I'm gonna get back into this furniture.